fetus stuffed in a cooler for the past 6 years will be buried in Assumption Parish. The judge presiding over the case signed the order today, and it follows multiple reports by the WBRZ investigative unit. Our investigation revealed Sheriff Mike Wagaspak and DA Ricky Babin tried for years to get the fetus buried. The holdup was getting a court order signed by the judge. So the remains of the 16-week-old sat in a freezer for 6 years. News 2's chief investigator Chris Nakamoto spoke to the judge today. He has a follow-up from the investigative unit that yielded results.
Judge Guy Holdridge appeared to be in a rush when he saw us this morning, and on his way into court he never answered the glaring question about why the order was never signed prior to today.
Hey, good morning, Judge. How are you? You got a second to talk to us?
I have court.
After waiting for weeks to finally get an on-camera response from Judge Guy Holdridge, he was mum on why he didn't sign an order to bury a fetus in Assumption Parish prior to today. For the past few years, Sheriff Mike Wagaspak and District Attorney Ricky Babin documented reasons why the order was not signed. One of those conversations revealed something unthinkable. Judge would not sign it until after the August election, apparently referring to a higher court position the judge was seeking.
Did your political aspirations stand in the way of getting this fetus buried?
It's the most absurd thing I've ever heard.
So are you saying the sheriff made that up?
Thank you. See you in court. Thank you.
I'm trying to win an election.
This woman, who is the mother of the rape victim, is furious that the fetus is still in a freezer nearly 6 years after her daughter miscarried it.
Just shocked because I don't have no imagination that it would still be there.
DNA evidence showed the fetus tested as a positive match to this man, Leon John Lewis. He's serving time for a rape conviction. When the case was brought up today, Judge Holdridge painted a different picture of what happened that stalled out the process. In court, Judge Holdridge shifted blame away from himself and the court, saying the order was never submitted with the clerk's office, which is why he never signed it.
We don't commonly file with the clerk of court destruction orders. We get the court to sign them first. Our only reason for the involvement was because they had a human fetus inside the list of evidence to be destroyed.
Since 2012, the fetus has been caught in legal limbo, with the sheriff and DA trying to get something done on multiple occasions.
I guess publicity may have helped.
And now, after a series of our stories, the fetus will now leave a freezer and get a humane burial.
We get to close the case and let that child rest in peace.
And late this afternoon, the fetus was taken out of the freezer and sent to a funeral home. I'm told it will be buried in Gretna, which is outside of New Orleans, as early as tomorrow. That's close to where the mother of the fetus now lives. Assumption Parish is paying for it. Meanwhile, the judge who presided over this case ran unopposed for the First Circuit Court of Appeals, and I'm told he could be sworn in sometime next year.
All right, Chris, thanks for the duty. All right.